All right, today we're jumping into one of the most foundational stories ever told, the creation account in Genesis 1. But we're going to do more than just read it. We're going to pull back the curtain and look at its incredible, deliberate structure. You'll see that how this story is built is just as powerful as what it says.
So picture this. The story doesn't start with nothing. It starts with, well, chaos. This one line paints such a vivid picture, right? A world that's all watery, dark, unstructured, and undefined. It's basically the raw material just waiting for something to happen.
And right there, the text gives us the two big problems that need to be solved. The earth is formless and it's empty. The entire story that follows is basically a step-by-step solution to those two issues. And you have this image of the Spirit of God just hovering over it all, ready to bring order out of the chaos.
So, first things first, the first half of this creative week tackles that problem of formlessness. Over 3 days, we see a series of separations that create the fundamental realms of the universe. You can kind of think of it like building a stage before any of the actors show up. And it happens in this beautifully logical flow. On day 1, light is separated from darkness, which gives us the very structure of time, day and night. Then, on day 2, the waters are separated, creating the sky above and the seas below. And finally, day 3, the seas are gathered together so that dry land can appear. 3 days, 3 massive acts of forming the world. And this, of course, is the iconic line that kicks the whole thing off. But what's really crucial here is the pattern it sets up right from the get-go. A divine command is spoken, and bam, reality changes to match it. This rhythm of command and fulfillment just repeats over and over again.
Another thing you'll notice is this little refrain that pops up after each act of creation. It's this stamp of approval, and God saw that it was good. It builds this rhythm, this momentum, and it drives home the idea that bringing order and structure out of chaos is a fundamentally good thing. Okay, so the stage is set. The world now has form. So we move on to the second problem. It's still empty. The next 3 days are all about filling the realms that were just created. And the way this happens, well, it reveals this really fascinating and elegant structure. This is where you can see just how beautifully designed this text is. It's a stunning, poetic parallel. Day 4 fills the realm of light and darkness from day 1 with the rulers of the day and night, the sun, moon, and stars. Day 5 fills the sky and seas from day 2 with birds and fish. And, you guessed it, day 6 fills the land from day 3 with animals and humans. This isn't just a random list, it's a carefully crafted piece of literary art. So on day 5, you get this explosion of life in the sky and the sea. The text uses this great word that the waters are swarming with life. And for the very first time, a blessing is spoken directly to the creatures themselves. Be fruitful and multiply. Following that same pattern, day 6 gets to work populating the dry land from day 3. The text is really methodical, listing out all the different kinds of land animals. It brings the world right to the edge of being complete. But there's one final, very distinct creative act left for this day. And this is the moment where the narrative pace kind of slows down and the language itself shifts, signaling that what's about to happen, the creation of humanity, is the absolute climax of this entire process. The language here is so important. Up until this point, every command was "let there be." But now, it's this deliberate, almost consultative phrase, "let us make." That, plus the whole idea of being made in our image, just completely sets humanity apart from everything else that's been created. And with that unique creation comes a pretty unique job description. Humans get that same blessing to be fruitful and multiply, but then they're also given a specific role, to govern the earth and reign over the other creatures, almost like they're meant to be stewards of this brand new world. So the world is formed, it's filled, humanity has its role, the 6-day work week is complete, and now the narrative kind of zooms out for one last final assessment of the whole project. The last thing described is this act of provision. A complete, harmonious food system is set up for every living thing, humans and animals. It's this final touch that paints a picture of cosmic peace, a world where everything has its proper place and has what it needs to survive. And here it is, the final verdict. It's not just good anymore. After all 6 days of forming and filling, with the entire system working together and humanity at its center, the text declares the whole creation very good. That one word change is huge.
It marks the absolute completion and perfection of the created order. So, as we've seen, this isn't just a simple campfire story. It's this highly structured, poetic account that moves so deliberately from chaos to order, from formless to formed, and from empty to filled. Which leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. What does this incredibly intricate structure suggest about the text's core message? Is it possible the way the story is told is just as important as the story itself?